Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the most dangerous man in show business, Will Rotten.
Hey, that's me, everybody. Wow. Thank you. Wow. I am Will Rotten, and welcome to Freak Out Circus. This is our 6th year in a row to get to come back here all the way from Orlando, Florida. And we've enjoyed the Fright Fest. Thank you to all the fans who requested us to come back each year. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't get to. By show of hands, how many of you folks have seen my show before, or this will be your very first time? Yeah, I expected more hands on that. Well, if you've never seen a sideshow before, it's a little dying slice of Americana that's fading into history. All the stunts you see me performing up here were once the main staple of entertainment across our great country. 100 years ago, there were over 100 sideshows traveling around America, and sadly today there's only one left remaining full-time traveling sideshow. Who's ready to get freaky with me? Let me hear you say yeah. Yeah! Oh, good. Well, this first one never fails to freak out an audience. I will need the assistance of a daring and brave young woman. A woman with the right combination of confidence, charm, intelligence, moxie, wit, but above all, she has to be brave. Are you sure? Oh, I think I need someone a little more mature. And we're just gonna do some freaky stuff. Why am I not seeing her? I want the lady who won't look at me. I want the lady who will not, she's avoiding eye contact at all times. Could you please help me out? Everyone give this nice lady a big round of applause as she reluctantly comes on stage. That's my favorite kind. I love it when they're reluctant. Make room, here she comes. Use the steps. They're treacherous, be careful. Come right up here, have a seat. I'm gonna even let you be more comfortable. See, you got a nice chair. It's just sitting on the ground. What's your name? Desiree. Desiree is my new friend and co-star. So Desiree, we're gonna razzle dazzle you. Now you look like you're in show business. Let me ask you something, Desiree. Do you know much about men, boys, guys, the opposite sex? Everything, she says. Well, then she knows this. Men will do anything to attract the attention of a lovely lady. From the sublime to the criminally insane. Do you remember Vincent van Gogh and what he was famous for? That's right, he was a famous painter. He was an artist. Sadly, he's most remembered for this one moment in his life in which he freaked out, he cut off his ear, and he gave it to his girlfriend wrapped up in a handkerchief. There's not an ear in there. That'd be weird though, wouldn't it? You get anything on eBay these days. And I'm not going to be cutting my ear off for you, Desiree, right? Desiree? But I need you to check out this nail. Make sure that it's a 5-inch solid steel chrome-plated nail. It's not made of rubber. It's not made of spring. It can't collapse or go inside of itself at all. Is it solid? Yes, yes? Yes? Now, I need you to take this marker and put your first initial in the head of the nail so that we know it's yours throughout the entire stunt. Be very careful. It's a little Sharpie. Desiree has appropriately put a D on the head of the nail. You hold on to the nail. I don't want anyone to think I switch it out. And I got to put the cap back on these or else they go bad. Magic marker. There we go. All right, Desiree, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to take your nail. I'm going to take my hammer. And I'm going to hammer your nail directly into the center of my head. It's okay, Desiree. I'm crazy, not stupid. That's not the center of my head, is it, kids? No. The center of my head would be right about. Now you see where I'm going with this. Now, before I go hammering it up my schnoz, I got to clean it off because Desiree has been touching it. You got something against cleanliness? I'm trying to be clean here and they're grossing out on me. Well, that part's freaking you out. Hold on to your socks, but I'm about to knock them off. Desiree, you're going to get a better view of this than anyone out there, so be very honest. Does that appear to be directed into my nostril? It is. Keep a good close eye on it at all times. Make sure it still looks like it's going on my nose. And I start to hammer it further and further into my head. Does it still look like it's going up there? Isn't that crazy? How about now? Does it still look like it? Yeah, that's because it is. Holy smokes, you were not expecting this when you woke up this morning. Stay right there, Desiree. I want to come out and walk across the front row. Let everybody check out the nail protruding from my nostril. With Desiree's D right there in the head of it. Looky, no touchy. When I giggle, it wiggles. If I sneeze, someone could die. And it's perfectly acceptable to watch my show like this. You're not gonna fit me. But it's not over yet. Because Desiree still gets to pull it out. I'm not that crazy, but she was gonna do it. I'll do it, Desiree. You just have to watch. Here we go. Extracting the nail. Oh wait, hang on. I had a hangnail. Extracting the nail. Oh, into a solid block of wood. Desiree, is this your initial on the head of that nail? Yes? I would now like to present this block of wood to you so you know exactly how Vincent Van Gogh's girlfriend felt, as well as an actual x-ray of my head with a nail lodged deep inside my skull. My mother found out I was doing this. She told me to get my head checked out, so I did. Everybody, please give my new good friend and co-star Desiree a huge round of applause. Let's hear it for Desiree. You just sit down and I'll give this back to you at the end. I'm going to set up the next one and then I'll bring you back up. Okay, Desiree? Okay. Everyone always wants to know how in the world I got into this crazy business. I know I look like I should be an accountant, but when I was 10 years old, I went to my first sideshow and I fell in love with it. And I spent my entire life studying and learning all the different sideshow stunts. And I can perform every single one of them, but there's one in particular I just don't really care to perform. It's called the Human Staple Gun Act. The sideshow performer would remove his shirt, and then he would pull out an industrial-sized staple gun. He would offer an opportunity for the audience to walk up on stage and hand him money. If you gave him a $1 bill, he would stretch it across his stomach and staple it to his flesh. If you gave him a $5 bill, he would staple it to his chest. If you gave him a 10, he would staple it to his cheek. But if you gave him a 20, he would staple it directly to the center of his forehead. I can do all that. It's a bloody mess, I'm not going to lie about it. But I don't really enjoy it. And I don't want to take your hard-earned money. So I've devised a little game of chance in which I am willing to wager my $100 bill to Desiree that if I get stapled, you get to keep it. Want to play? All right, everybody, please welcome back to the stage my girlfriend and co-star Desiree. Come here, Desiree. Show you what I've devised here. I have a little roulette table. Yeah. Grab those two guns for me. Point them away from the audience and away from me and fire them. They're empty. Place them back on the little metal brackets, and let's make sure they all look the same. Slide them forward. Perfect. They all look the same. The fifth gun is empty as well, but we're about to change that. Watch my look. Fair enough? Now, Desiree, I'm going to give the table a little spin. I want you to watch how hard you can spin it without knocking the whole thing over, but then look away so you lose track of where the loaded gun is, all right? Little spin, look away. Give it a little spin for me, Desiree. Be gentle, it'll fall over if you're not too careful. Yeah. Please join me right here in front of it. And one more final spin. We're going to try to block it. Now, hopefully, nobody knows where the loaded gun is, especially us. Now, Desiree, you're going to act as the firing pin in this game of Russian roulette. You get to pick which gun we start with. I don't care. It cannot allow me to influence you at all. But after that, pick up the gun to the right. It's like a cylinder on a revolver. All right, Desiree, pick a gun. Any gun. Sure. $100 goes to Desiree. If I stay by myself. I was afraid I was going to lose another $100. All right, Desiree, grab the next one to the right. Push hard. Push hard. Come on, Desiree, you can do it. Push hard. You can do it. I believe in you. Yes, all right, make sure you push hard. If it's the loaded one, it could put my eye out. Grab the next one to the right. You can do it, Desiree. Oh, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Press hard. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. I'm in love. All right, Desiree, which is the next one? That one? Hand it to me. You hold on to this. I won't make you do this. Like I said, the sideshow performer would staple the 20 directly to the center of his forehead. That's the hardest part of the human skull. After the show, he would have to use pliers to remove the staple from his forehead so he wouldn't tear up the 20. Well, that There's a $100 bill, not a 20, and I don't have any pliers. So I'm going to use the softest part of the human skull. Simple. Yikes! Okay, well, we got one more gun left. I have a thin plank of wood. I have a little handkerchief. Here, Desiree, check this out. Okay, that one doesn't count. Give me that. Everybody, let's have a huge round of applause for Desiree. You are doing terrific. I only have one more, and this one's kind of cute. You're not going to mind this one at all. Here, have a seat right here, and I'll introduce it. A few months ago, my mother was cleaning out a closet, and she found something I had not seen since I was a little boy, and she gave it to me, and I want to share it with all of you now. This was my nightlight as a child. When I was a little boy, I was terrified of the dark, and this little guy kept me from being scared at night. Now, I did have to replace the fixture, and of course the bulb, but he was the little guy that kept me safe. Desiree, please, flip the light switch on and off. Yeah, tap it with your finger. Is that real glass? Yeah? Okay. Unscrew it for me. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Perfect. All the way out, all the way out. Terrific. Now, Desiree, hold on to it by the threads, if you will. Fantastic. And just now, if you would, please place it between my lips. That's good. Everybody, make a huge round of applause for Desiree! Thank you very much. You can have a seat. You know, it's funny. Hang on. It's funny how things change. When I was a kid, I was so scared of the dark. And these days, there's not much in the world that scares me. Also, when I was a kid, I was a very picky eater. These days, I'll eat just about anything.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It's just a light snack. I'm sorry, I can't talk with my mouth full. It's rude. No blood, no cuts, and I humbly take my bow. Thank you. That's a new one for this year. You've seen our shows before, you'll know it's a brand new stunt. When I said I'd eat anything, it's true. These days, I will virtually eat anything, and right now I'm going to prove it by doing a little fire eating for you. Fire eating dates back thousands of years to the ancient Mayans, who would perform it in their religious ceremonies to prove that they had unity with the gods. And now I'd like to honor them by performing it here for you at Six Flags. Little fire eating. You know, a fire eater believes that a mouth is attracted to a flame versus the moth. Whole big debate. Here we go. A little bit of fire eating. You know, scientists have recently discovered that the only truly fireproof material is the boss's son. You gotta listen up. Some of my jokes will creep up on you. Like cheap underwear. You wanna see me put this up with my mouth? Let me hear you say yeah. Yeah! Ta-da! Woo! Little boy looks ticked off at me. Thought you were gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you the fire eating and one more thing I guarantee you're never gonna forget. First, right here, right now. Fire eating. I'm kidding, it doesn't hurt much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to light my mouth on fire with one torch. Then I'll light the other torch on fire using my mouth. Yeah, it's sick, but you're going to watch. The volcano. That wasn't it. Can't do it if I'm giggling. I'd squirt fire out of my nose. The volcano. Hot diggity dog. Why, looky there. You're all laughing together and you're clapping together. By the end, we're all going to be friends on Facebook. I'll give you more chance to laugh and clap right here, right now. Tastes just like chicken. And now, 2 torches at once. Twice the amount of fire. Twice the amount of danger. Twice the amount of stupidity. That was dumb. Shouldn't have done that. What are y'all laughing at? You just sat there and watched me do it. A whole lot. A heaping lot. Oh, boy, that is an awful lot. Fiery. Like the Galaxy 7. And now the most dangerous stunt in fire eating. This next stunt has injured more fire eaters than any other occupation. Well, laugh, that's all I need. It's my favorite joke of the show. It's staying. It's staying. I don't care if it's one laugh. Now, if I can do this without hurting myself, I would love to receive a huge round of applause. So I'm going to guarantee that by using a little insurance along the front row areas. Oh, it's water, you ninnies. How crazy do I look? That was rhetorical. Of course, I did have to write water on the bottom of the bottle. So you know, at one point, that joke went terribly wrong. Here we go, the big blast. Now I'm only going to do this once, so don't blink, don't look away, or else you're going to miss the fire blast. Fantastic audience. Thank you so much. Come back at 10:15. Completely different show. Have a rotten night, everybody. Bye-bye and bye, Americans. If you'd like to take a postcard